Hello, GDQ Hotfix viewers, I'm Helix, and you are now entering a Parallel Universe. This is the show about fan games, custom levels, mods, things of that nature. Two games on the docket today. First is Celeste 64, Fragments of the Mountain, followed by Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers. You might be thinking to yourself, Helix, Celeste 64 is made by literally the same team that made Celeste. How is this a fan game? And my answer to you is that it was a free project made in like a week to celebrate the game's anniversary. And so I think we can say that it was, in fact, made by fans of Celeste. It's just that those fans happen to still be the original devs. I'll count it. King J is here to run the game. King J, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so hi, I'm King J, KingJO444. My thoughts on this is that technically it still counts because it's a custom map made by not the devs. So this is B-Sides. This is actually made by a Quake mapping team.
Oh, see, even better. So it does still count regardless.
It does count. You're good. So it does count for this. This is a really cool map. In my opinion, it's the best custom map that's been released so far. There's only a few of them out there for Celeste 64. It is open source. I'm hoping to see more from that community.
I feel like I knew about this when I initially took this, and then long story short, this was going to be on like a couple months ago, but something came up and King J was unable to run it, so I'm very excited to have you on this time.
Yeah, my computer combusted, so here we are. So yeah, the whole thing about this is 100%. There's 22 berries in this custom map, both just like the regular game. There's some in cassettes, cassette tape rooms, and then there's also some in the actual overworld, and all of it's completely remade from the ground up, and it's supposed to be made to be harder than the original. I do think one of the cassettes in the original is harder than this game, but this game has some really tough skips in it, so yeah, I guess we're good to go. Time starts when I click clear save and restart level, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So, Celeste, you can dash, you can jump, you can grab. I'm not going to talk too much about that because this run's very short. What you're going to see a lot is momentum, and we're starting off right away with a really hard jump, or really hard 2 jumps. Okay, I got 1, and then we have the other one here where we need to use this momentum with a side flip. Nice, okay, that's a great way to start. I didn't mess that up, all right. Very easy reset point is missing one of those jumps. All right, so like I said, there's 22 berries that we're going to be getting. Some of them are in those cassette rooms that are kind of based off like Super Mario Sunshine, secret missions and stuff like that. And then some of them are just in the overworld like you just saw there. So yeah, it was actually really cool routing this. I'm the only person who runs this custom map, and it was really fun to like route out what the fastest way to get all of the berries were. And that was a fun task for me to do. So this is our next cassette tape here, where we have to use these feathers and grab these lock switches in a certain order. But thankfully, I know the order to get them in, so we're good. So the next one we're going to get here, the reason why that makes this map a little bit harder than the original is the fact that you actually can't die for a lot of the berries in this game. So right here, we're going to unlock this berry up here by stepping on all those platforms. And if I die, that berry goes away and I have to unlock it again. Only in the overworld, if I die, does that berry go away. If I die in a cassette tape, it doesn't matter, it stays there. But that leads some pressure because there's 2 different berries that require us to do a lot of stuff without dying or messing up. So we have to make sure we don't make any mistakes. And if I do, it loses like a decent amount of time, like probably 20 to 30 seconds. And in a run this long, that's a lot, or like this short. But there we go, I got the berry. I don't have to worry about that one despawning. The other thing too is there's checkpoints. I grabbed one earlier, and now I'm gonna die on purpose to warp over there. So a deathless run is not possible if you're going for top times. You're gonna see a lot of death warping. So next up we have this cassette tape, and this one is really cool because you're supposed to go somewhere else to like unlock platforms. You can just do a side flip and skip everything. There you go. And I actually started another instance of not like kind of like a little side quest that I started in the overworld, which is grabbing these lock switches. Once again, if I die, they all reset. This is definitely the longest amount of period of time in the overworld that I have to go without dying, or else I have to start the whole thing over again. So once that is over, those are like the 2 hardest berries in this run that we have to do, and the biggest time losses that you can have. Whoops. That's fine. This, as you can see, these are timed blocks. I messed up there, but thankfully I can back it up.
Nice recovery.
Thank you. This is probably one of my least favorite of the cassette tapes, but thankfully there are ways to back it up. Once again, slide flip here at the end. Very nice. And we're already halfway through. Like I said, it's runs short. I should also mention this game is free, both the base Celeste 64 and the custom map. So if you want to pick it up, feel free to try it out and maybe speedrun it. Once again, this is another skip here that we're going to do. Nice, I'll take second try. That's very tight. All right, cool. That one's pretty hard to do. That's either like first try or like 10th try, so I'll take second. All right, so we're gonna grab this checkpoint here for death warping later. Oh, I almost died there. Okay. And then we're about to get the lock switch berry. And like I said, that's the last one where I have to go a prolonged period of time without dying. So those are the 2 scariest berries. I'm glad I got those over with and I didn't mess up on them at all. So now I'm gonna go over here, grab these one. Some of the berries put you into a bubble and warp you places. I'm just going to die to skip that cutscene. And then we're gonna do it again because there's a berry at the very beginning. I don't actually know exactly where to go to get this berry casually. Like, this is how I did it casually. I don't think this is what they intended. But hey, if the devs want to let me know how you're supposed to get that, I'd love to know. Right here, we're going to do a nice tight jump using this double dash here to get back up here and grab that checkpoint. And there we go, back into another cassette. So, while we're in here, I do want to quickly mention, like I said, this is made by a Quake mapping team. This is definitely like out of their wheelhouse, and I think they did a really good job. But I want to quickly shout them out, specifically the person who headed this project, named Weedo. And they've been very supportive of me speedrunning this. I've only run it a few times, but they have been very excited that I decided to pick up their map as a speedrunning project. So yeah, I hope they're watching this, or possibly the YouTube upload of this in the future.
YouTube.com/GamesDoneQuick, by the way.
Yes. All right. And we're almost done. We have a few more berries, and they're all by the final ending platform. This is where time will end later. Once we get the last 3 berries. There's 2 over here that we need to do. And then there's one last cassette that's underneath the ending. And then, yeah, we're pretty much near the end. This is another one that has a pretty annoying skip here, so I'm going to do a side flip to barely get over these spikes. I have to grab that wall. And then I have to do a really precise jump here, an angle. Okay, nice. Oh, that one could be hard. All right. And then now we have our final cassettes. So just a heads up on time, it's going to be probably in like less than a minute. It's going to be when I death warp after the cassettes. So this was a nice like 6 minutes of me waffling. I hope you enjoyed. And okay, nice. I got that first try, but I died. That's fine.
I mean, this is a very the commentate while you play this is actually quite impressive. Oops.
Sorry, I actually didn't hear that because of the cassette music. It's very loud in my ear. Okay, so this is our last cassette, and we are pretty much at the end here. And yeah, so time's coming up. Almost a sub 7. My PB for this is a 624 IGT, so that's actually really good. And time. So yeah, there you go. That was it. It was very short, very quick. 22 berries in about 7 minutes. I think the first time I played this, it took me like 30 minutes or like 40 minutes. So yeah, shouts to Weedo and all the people who worked on this, the Quake mapping team. But yeah, other than that, I do want to shout out the rest of the Celeste 64 community. If you want to run the base game, which has been shown off at mainline GDQs and other GDQ events as well, and hotfixes, we do have a Discord. It's on the Celeste64speedrun.com page. Other than that, thank you for having me on as a nice little short run. I'm glad I could show this off.
Thank you for being here. Yeah, all I said that you missed was that it was just impressive that you were commentating the whole time you were playing this.
Thank you.
Yeah, I believe this game is on itch.io, again for free, so, you know, play it. You might as well. It's free.
Yeah, it is. And the custom maps, there's other ones too. This is like the most fleshed out custom map that there is. But they're also free. They're on Game Banana, and they're like very easy to install. You just copy a few files over to the original folder of Celeste 64. But yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.